All right, we got it back together. Everything's working. Got 50 subs at 300 seconds with the Hyperstar last night or the night before. So it is working, but we're getting a few skips, a few RA jumps that I think I can fix. Now I will tell you, this deck is a little loose. Don't know if you're gonna be able to see this, but it's a little loose. And I'll tell you, to get this deck adjusted, which is right here in the back, it is not easy. You got to take everything apart. You cannot do this while it's set up and running. So if you need to adjust the deck, refer to the first video because it will show you how to get down to it. So here is how you adjust the RA. First thing we're going to do is take out this screw right here and one on the other side, same place. One screw out, put it down there, put the other screw and then we have these 3 Allens. I'm going to take these 3 out. So 2 and 2, and then the 3rd. All right, now you do not want to pull this cover off like it is. What you want to do is unlock this. You're going to want to bring this up some, probably about right there, because this, when it pulls off, you got this little switch on that piece of plastic right there. You don't want to break it. Okay, so now we're going to push this back so that we can see. And there is all the teeth of a ring gear, which we looked at it when it was apart. It looked okay. You've got 4 screws that are all the same. What I'm going to try to do is just loosen off this one, tighten this down. Actually, if we look, we're going to lock this down so you can see here. Okay, so we are locked down there. There's movement. I don't know if we can see this. I try to set it still. Try to get a good focus on here. Can't really see the movement, but it is there. So what I'm doing is I'm grabbing this shaft down here and shaking it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to loosen off these outside ones and tighten these up just a little bit. And I'm actually going to tighten this one up more than that one because I think this worm needs to tilt a little bit. I think that's part of my problem. So I've got this little Allen right here. I'm going to stick it in this first hole, break it loose, and I think I'm going to spin it basically a whole way. It was about right here. I'm going to take it close to 90 degrees. Same with this one. That went quite a bit loose. So I'm going to snug it back a little bit. We're gonna tighten this one now a little bit. Tighten this one a little bit more than that one. Let's see, might have to loosen this off a little bit more. That way I can tighten this one just a little more, and then we'll tighten these down. And we're gonna try that tonight. That'll be our first test. I did have it pretty good, but a little too much backlash and it was causing it to jump. So what I'm doing here now is I'm tightening these up pretty tight. Actually, I like to do this unlocked so it's loose. And not engaging the gear when I'm doing it. I like it to be loose. Okay, so that's tight. And then that one is tight. You want these to be tight so none of this stuff can move once it's locked in. Okay, so let's see how much that little bit did. So we're gonna lock it in, pushing it with my stomach a little bit to get it in between the teeth here, since I'm using my hand to record. Okay, so that locked it in. See the movement? Still too much. So I need, yeah, it's just, I don't know if you can see that rocking. We need it to be nice and tight, and that is not tight. So we are gonna do a little more. I'm gonna pause it for now, but that's essentially what you do. When you're done, you wanna unlock this. You wanna rotate it back to here, and then put your cover on. That way you don't mess your switch up. It should just set perfectly on. You rotate it and it shouldn't touch. Put your screws back in. Again, if you have to do the deck, it is a lot more work. This is a few screws and you're there. Just turn this a little. That way you can pop that cover off. Turn it right back. All right, guys, hopefully this video is helpful.